Hey everybody, Jared here once again, and right now we're taking a look at Intelliscreen Smart Timeout. This is a really interesting application. I thought it would be really useful for a lot of people, especially me. And what the app lets you do is actually control the screen timeout based on whatever application it is you're using. So individual, predefined screen timeouts based on the app that you have running currently. So first of all, we've got a bunch of different options here. You can choose from Accelerometer services, which is basically if you can have it so that, as you can see, this is working. You can have it so that if you have it in landscape mode, the screen will not time out. If you have it in only portrait mode, the screen will not time out. I currently have that disabled. This is the fun part here, setting rules, if you will, for each particular application. So let's say, for instance, I do a lot of reading on Google+, so if I wanted to, I would go down and eventually find it here. There it is. Obviously, as you can see, it brings up a big apps list. Now, not only your current user apps, but as well as what I noticed is system apps as well. Now, I don't know if that's because I am a root user. This device is rooted. Nevertheless, if it isn't because you're rooted, which I didn't see any indication that you have to have root in order to see the system apps, that's pretty darn cool. So if you know what you're doing, that might become really useful for you. But anyways, we'll go ahead and select Google now. Now, as you can see here, we have screen on and optimize screen out time. Now, right now it's set as ignore this app. And if I wanted to, I'd say screen on, save it, and whenever I'm in Google+, the screen will never time out until I actually back out of the application. If I wanted to, I could also set a predefined, customize, as you can see, screen timeout time. So if I wanted to, and I only read Google Plus for maybe 5 minutes at a time or less, I could go ahead and do so, set that, and it'll turn off after a certain predefined time. Personally, I think that's, at least for me, that's not a function I'll be using. For me, this application is more useful for just like setting it straight up so the screen stays on all the time while I'm in whatever particular application I want. We go ahead and save it. As you can see, we have a little check mark next to it. Backing out of there, one thing also you'll notice, the UI is actually pretty cool. Neat little animations, kind of slide in and slide out as you pick your particular selection, which is cool. I'd like to see that in a lot more apps settings menus. Moving on from there, we do have a global timeout, which is kind of cool. So what I like about this is instead of the predefined timeouts that your custom ROM or your stock ROM or whatever it is you're running has, that being like, whatever, it's 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20, 30, and so on. If I wanted to, I could have it timeout at 32 seconds or 33 seconds or, let's go up to, 52 seconds if I wanted. So I thought that was really neat that they actually give you that option. As you can see, it's still saved as 52 seconds. Zero active settings here. This is the peripherals. So if you wanted to, you can also set the screen timeout based on what docks you have your device plugged into, that being the desk dock, car dock, or even what it does when it's connected to a charger, which I thought was obviously a really neat feature. That's actually a feature that you'll find mostly only on custom ROMs, if you want the screen to stay on while it's charging and so on. That's generally only available to root users. It's nice that they included that here for us. Moving on from there, we also have the Hud Display. So this is basically what's going to give you the information of what your CPU is doing, what your accelerometer is doing, and so on, as well as the light sensor. Now, the light sensor is also something I wanted to talk about with you guys. The light sensor and a couple of these features are only available in the Pro version. That being the light sensor, the extended notifications, and display filter, which it designs, and a couple of other things that I haven't been able to find myself. But moving on from there, we also have auto start deactivated, so you can either have it start on boot or whatever, yada yada, and so on. So I'll show you something here though. Where was it? Was it this one? Yes, so we have active filter. This is the screen filter. They say it's perfect for e-reading and so on. That's basically doing the same thing as an app I reviewed a little while ago called Screen Filter. And you just go ahead and tap it, and it dims the brightness of your screen even more than what the system actually normally allows. Do I think that's a useful feature in that particular application? For me, not really, but some may find it useful. Anyways, this is the free version. It does allow you to do a lot of things. For what I need it to do, I probably wouldn't need to purchase the Pro version. The free version does all the apps. This is the only reason I would be using this, is just to set the screen timeouts for each individual app, which I thought was really useful, really cool. Anyways, guys, that is Intelliscreen Smart Timeout, free on the Play Store. I'll post a link in the description below for you guys to download it. Have fun. Go download it right away. But that's it. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you liked the video, as always, shoot me some love by hitting that likes button down below. And if you haven't already, you might want to consider subscribing for more videos like this in the future. We do have videos 5 days a week. That's it, guys. Like I mentioned before, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.